Global austerity has exploded since the COVID-19 pandemic. 6 billion people have lived under economic austerity in the last 5 years alone, and 80% of them are in the global south. Austerity measures include hiking taxes on everyday goods, slashing public sector wages, cutting social protection, health, and education budgets, and privatizing essential services. Austerity now affects approximately 85% of humanity. When countries take loans from the International Monetary Fund, its mandated spending cuts shrink economies, deepen inequality, fuel unemployment, and trigger mass unrest, eroding democracy and opening the door to authoritarian governance. In 2005, half the world lived in a democracy. Today, only a quarter does. 94% of countries with IMF loans have cut spending on health, education, or social protection. The United Nations warns these measures will push an additional 100 million people into poverty. Women bear the heaviest burden. As public sector workers, unpaid caregivers, and informal borrowers, they become the involuntary shock absorbers of austerity, providing the very services that the state is failing to. Kenya and Sri Lanka offer a stark illustration of what austerity means on the ground. In Kenya, nearly 50% of export revenues now service external debt. New taxes on bread, fuel, and sanitary towels sparked mass protests, social upheaval, and fatalities in 2024. In Sri Lanka, real wages contracted by 22% for public sector workers and 16.9% for private sector workers between 2021 and 2024. Meanwhile, a third of the population fell into poverty, and medicine shortages constrained fair and affordable healthcare access for many. Change is possible, and the United States can help. The United States holds over 16% of IMF voting power and is the only nation with veto power over decision-making in the IMF Executive Board. Using its influence, Congress should push the IMF to support debt cancellation and restructuring. It should also require progressive tax reforms targeting wealth and corporations, raising tax to GDP ratios by at least 5% by 2030. Additionally, the IMF should set targets to increase public sector wages and commit to universal social protection for children, the elderly, the sick, and informal workers. Further, under the Special Drawing Rights Act, the U.S. Treasury can approve a new SDR allocation without new legislation. This was effectively carried out before, when $650 billion was allocated to support recovery across the global south in 2021 during COVID-19. A new issuance can be made today to support nations that are making interest payments at the expense of financing public services and supporting the economic and social rights of their citizens.